Hi, this is Sandy, and today I'll show you how to put together the Dashing Reindeer card. To start, we're going to piece together the reindeer. So I went into detail here. Normally I don't show all the piecing, but we take that back part, then add the brown front part, or whatever color you want to make the reindeer. And then usually I match it up to make sure that it's aligned with the back best I can. It is pretty small. Then I'm using a silhouette pick-me-up tool. There's two tools out there that I'm aware of, but this is one of them, and it allows you, it has a little sticky thing on the end of the point to pick up really small pieces and place them accurately. It's a nice tool when you're doing really small piecing like this. And then using the same tool, I added the little pieces for the tan portions of the body. Now, one thing that is not shown here, I did add little cut lines to the brown piece to make it easier for you to place these items, because it is a little bit difficult to figure out where they go. So that should be helpful. Again, when I did this, sometimes I make little changes when I do the assembly video and find out where things didn't go quite right, or where I can improve to make it easier for you to piece things together. So this is one of them. Then after I add those pieces, I go ahead and add the nose. It'd be cute with a little red reindeer nose. And then the eyes. Again, this little tool really does come in handy for the real small piecing. And then we'll also use that to attach the antlers. Had a little lapse there. And you'll notice I do voiceovers. I speed it up a little bit. I'm a little bit slow in how I make things. That's because I have speech lapses. I forget my words. Just trying to be real in the video. Oh, I put it on right. And there it is. Nice little reindeer. Then I just piece together the trees onto the tree panel. That will go on the front panel of the card. And then, if you don't know what that is, that's a fine line. It's a fine line glue dispenser. It has a real fine tip, so I can use my Scotch with it. It doesn't work with the Aleene's tacky glue; it's too thick. But this particular one, which is 18 gauge, works with Scotch quick dry glue, so it comes in handy for real small pieces. And I'll have a link to those products below the video. Then go ahead and piece together the snowmobile, whatever color you want to make it. And I added a little bling to mine with Stickles, which is a glitter glue from Reindeer. Again, I'll add the link below. I put a little bit too much, so I actually ended up wiping a little bit out. I just wanted a little bling there. And I also use Stickles to put this little sheen on it rather than using a glitter paper. So go ahead and piece it together like this. This will be for the back of this, behind the snowmobile. And then here's the card. You can see it's cut out on the top, and then you just fold on the sides. And that's where the trees will jut out when it's closed. And then inside, here's the insert that you can add optionally. It depends on the color cardstock you use, I suppose, for the card. Then we're going to arrange the two panels, glue them together. There's a back panel. There's two panels that go on the front. One that's kind of a mat on the back of the one with the trees. And then carefully you'll want to fold it and line up the panels to the tree shapes at the top. That's the way you're going to get it on best. Make sure it's aligned as best you can. And that's, I just run my fingers around it to make sure it's aligned. And then these are the snow panels. The large one goes on first, and then the second smaller one goes to the right and fits into the lower right hand corner of that panel. You could use pop-up dots. That would be cute to pop it up. But I'm popped up some of the other elements, so I decided not to do that on this one. And I did use an embossing folder, which I'll note that in the notes below which one I used. And then we take those trees that we pieced together, add them up there. That would look good popped up as well, but I decided to, like I said, pop up a couple other elements. And all this could be print and cut. I did include some layered images to print and cut. So now you can see I put the snowmobile down and that back little kind of gust of wind thing, or whatever you want to call it, coming from the back. And then added that reindeer and added a little white to the eyes with the jelly roll pen. I love my jelly roll pens, if you're not familiar with them. And then just, there's 2 print and cut optional word sayings that say dashing through the snow. This is one. I just added that, and that's how it's done. Thanks for watching.